Hey, I'm Paula. This is how to make dinner. Today we're making a avocado and grapefruit salad. It's perfect for dinner for one, dinner for two, impress your friends, impress yourself, have a party, whatever. It's just good, so stick around. So this avocado and grapefruit salad is pretty straightforward and simple. I actually remember watching Martha Stewart make this salad or something similar when I was a teenager, and it stuck with me. I was like, ooh, I'm loving that. That was like in the 90s or something. I saw her episode. So I'm going to start by just grabbing a plate. This is not a tossed salad. This is more of an arranged salad. So it all happens on the plate. And you can use any leaves that you want. I'm using some nice local endive, just like a curly endive from this farm called North Star Organics. Shout out to them in Central Saanich. And this is for two people. We're gonna split this salad in half. So I just want enough for both of us. So the leaves are not the star though, so just keep that in mind. You just kind of want a nice little bed, something, so a little bit of crunch, a nice bed for a whole bunch of other good stuff. So next up is the grapefruit. I think I'll do that next. So I have a gigantic Texas ruby red grapefruit, just because I love the color. And there's a million ways to peel citrus. For this salad though, I don't want the white pith. Like, I want to get rid of it for the most part, just because I don't want to be chewing through that. And it also just looks really pretty when you cut all the way down. So I'm going to cut around and around, trying to leave the grapefruit intact and trying to just get the white part. And there might be a little bit of trimming after the fact. It's all good. And then from here, you can either do the segment thing, which is a bit fussy, which is when you go down in between each segment. Actually, I'm going to do it that way. And it seems like a lot of work. It's not that bad. You just basically want to go down in between each of the little membranes. So the reason why this, you might be thinking this is really wasteful because I'm losing a lot of grapefruit in the middle, but I'm actually going to squeeze that out later for the dressing. And by later, I mean like in 2 minutes, because this is a really quick salad. This salad is actually a year-round thing. You're not relying on any kind of seasonal produce for this. Like, you can get citrus pretty much anywhere, anytime. And avocados, you know, California does a pretty good job of keeping us in avocado heaven all year round. I guess Mexico too. I wish we could grow avos here. So with this big juicy ball of grapefruit stuff, I'm just gonna take a bowl, and I already have a bit of Dijon mustard in here. That's pretty optional, but I like the heat that you get from Dijon. And this is gonna be the dressing. So I'm gonna build the whole quick little dressing in this bowl. So squeeze out that guy. And then the grapefruit segments are just gonna be scattered around. I love this style of salad. Like, there's no way you would want to toss this in a bowl. Everything would just kind of get lost. And it's just a great opportunity for arranging some nice things together. Already, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll give this little surface a wipe. And then next up is the avocado. So this is a really nice one. A little trick for avocado for knowing if they're ripe. If you feel it and it feels like it's just the perfect thing, you can just take off this little nubbin at the top and peek underneath. And if it looks kind of pale, like pale green, then it's probably a good avocado. If it looks brown, it's probably not that great. And another good tip is when you're checking, be sure to check the top. If you feel any kind of air pockets in the top, then it's not a good one. So I have high hopes about this guy. I'm really excited. So I'm just gonna do standard avocado cutting procedures. Look at that. So my only beef with this one is, of course, it's got a gigantic pit, which is a bit upsetting. The only other thing I'll say about cutting avocados, because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos and I've been watching cooking shows pretty much obsessively since I was a little kid, is everybody does this to take the pit out, which I've never understood, because you're just jamming a knife into your hand. Like, it's fine. I've done it a lot. I've never cut myself, but it just seems really silly. So I recommend putting it on the counter and then jamming the knife into it so that you're minimizing your risk. Just saying. You can risk your hands if you want. That's not really for me. And again, with at this stage, I don't do the spoon out method. I tend to do the quarter and peel back method, just so that I have a manageable, nice piece of avo to work with. I feel like the spoon sometimes kind of, I don't know, just doesn't please me as much. You know, so much of cooking is just what makes you feel good. And this way it makes me feel good. I like these little boats that you get. And this is the way my mom did it. If you haven't met my mom, that means you haven't watched last week's episode, which was cornbread muffins, jalapeno cornbread muffins. I had my mom as a guest and it was really lovely. Hi, Mom. So avocado, I'm just going to cut in any which way, whatever you feel like. I kind of like to do oblong, not too thin. I love to just really sink my teeth into a nice chunk of avo, because, geez, it's just the best. And at this stage, you might be like lifting a few greens up. You're kind of fussing a bit, because I think it's worth fussing over this kind of salad. You can make it as fancy as you want. And I would recommend making it fancy like this, even when it's just you. Actually, especially when it's just you. Dinner for one should be a treat, I think. Treat yourself. So this is like a hefty amount, which I'm totally into. Avocado was, I think, my first favorite food growing up. It was the first thing that I was like, yes, I would eat this forever. No problem. Especially when it's perfectly ripe. Not too soft. I don't like it too soft. When it's almost a little bit on the firm side. It's great. So I'm just going to clean this stuff. So, look at that already. We're not done yet. We're getting close. I went to a cute little market near my house. I've talked about it before, the Market Garden. Those guys are great. They do such a good job. I love they have all these cool things that you can't get anywhere else. So I went around looking for watermelon radishes, but I couldn't find any. So I went to this market and they had these purple daikon, which pretty sure it's the same thing. Like you cannot taste a difference. I'm going to slice them thinly on my mandolin, as thin as I can. You certainly can't taste a difference. They're, spicy, radishy. Daikon is part of the radish family after all. And look how freaking beautiful those things are. They're just like, watermelon radish is cool too, because it's like green on the outside and red on the inside like a watermelon, but these are, I feel like they're the same, pretty much. It's like close cousins anyway. So these guys are just sliced thin and then place gingerly underneath and in and amongst all the kind of heavy, chunky things in this salad. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this. This is, by the way, I feel like this is going to be a starter for us. Or we'll just make a second one and that will be our main course. This would be great with a piece of grilled chicken on the side or a piece of fish. Actually, it would be so good because everything in this goes so well with fish. Okay, it's enough radish. It's like a deck of cards. I love them. Are they good? Okay, we're nearing the end of this salad story. A few last things. One is a little bit of crunch, not vegetable crunch, but nut crunch. These are pistachios. They're just salted pistachios. They came in the shell. I took the shells off. Ooh. Look at this thing. Oh my God. By the way, Martha when she made hers, she just had avocado, grapefruit, and butter lettuce, which is great. So nice. But bit of radish, you get some spicy heat, bit of pistachio for a little crunch. And then we're gonna finish this dressing off. So it's just the Dijon mustard and the grapefruit juice. And I'm going to add in some extra verge. Actually, I'll do the whole drizzling thing. Try and emulsify it a little bit. Doesn't really matter, but it's kind of nice. So I'm just adding it slowly. The Dijon will help it get thick and creamy. So this is a pretty standard salad dressing, like a basic Dijon, some kind of acid and olive oil. The ratio in cooking school used to be 3 parts oil to 1 part acid, which I think has gone totally out the window across the board. Like nobody does that anymore because it's just too oily. Like I want my salad dressing to really pack a punch, especially when you're putting it on a bunch of kind of neutral lettuces and stuff. And I'm also going to squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice just because I feel like the pink grapefruit is a little bit sweet and I want some more sourness and a hefty pinch of salt because there's nothing salty going on here except a little bit of that pistachio. About that much. Looks like a lot. That was probably like half a teaspoon maybe. And that's all I'm gonna do. Really, really excited about this. And then for the dressing part, I'm just gonna drizzle it. Kind of taking some enjoyment and just drizzling it over. So I would love to just have this for a little dinner party, or even just one girlfriend, a glass of wine or a bottle of wine, and this piece of fish. And then the rest of this I'll just throw in a jar. And that's it. That's our grapefruit and grapefruit and avocado salad with purple daikon and pistachios. I'm just very excited. I've never said that before. I know people in cooking shows are always like, oh, it looks too good to eat. I don't even want to take a bite. And I actually kind of feel that way, but I'm going to take a bite anyway. And I'm going to get one of each thing in my bite. I lost the avo on that one. So good, guys. I hope you make it and I hope you like it. So thanks for joining me today on how to make dinner. I make dinner here every Wednesday, so if you are into that kind of thing, then please subscribe and like this and comment and do all those things that help me out. Really keeps the channel going when you get the support of your viewers. So I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye. Snacks?